It is yet another wonderful day in the Evo Math Laboratory, and it's time for another Evo video. Now, if you are familiar with my channel, you might have noticed that I mention the so-called cheese maneuver from time to time. And some of you may be wondering, what is this cheese maneuver? Well, in today's video, I intend to explain just that. So let's make some herbal tea and pull up a chair. Ah yes, the legendary patented cheese maneuver. So as many of you may know, I like making scary looking equations that look like something you might find in some advanced math or physics textbook. Usually in those books, there is some actual purpose to these numerical and symbolic constructions. Whereas when I create those things, they often result in something stupid, like the number 69 or the triple six. Because deep down inside, I'm still a 13-year-old boy. Now, as the name might suggest, the cheese maneuver is actually a very easy way of making scary looking equations. In fact, it is a bit of a cheat, and it doesn't require advanced knowledge of mathematics. So, if you watched my videos and found the math a little too overwhelming, this video is perfect for you. I will show you how to use the cheese maneuver and make your own Evo equations. So say you have some math expression. Let's just call it A. And this expression is equal to some other expression, or term, or function, or whatever. Let's call it B. Now, as long as A and B are equal and aren't 0, what you can do is divide one by the other, and you'll get the number 1 as the result. Now, what this allows you to do is combine different equations. Say you got this thing, so you make 1 out of that. So now these two things are equal. And guess what? You can use the cheese maneuver on that thing as well. Now, normally when you divide by something, that is itself a division. You can multiply them like so. What makes the cheese maneuver particularly neat is that because both things are equal, it doesn't matter if you flip these or not. 1 times 1 is 1 anyway, so any arrangement of these gives you the same result. The math is very simple, but the mechanic, I think, is rather advanced. And because all of that is still equal to 1, you can do the maneuver as many times as you please, constructing all sorts of Evo equations. So there you go, the patented cheese maneuver. What makes it great is that you do not need to know advanced mathematics to play with it. You can find weird equations all over the internet, especially in Wikipedia, which has lists of many such math formulas. I really do like scrolling the Pedia for all sorts of fun-looking critters. Or you can try and come up with them on your own using tools like Wolfram Alpha. Now that you guys know the cheese maneuver, let's actually use it on something crazy looking. What shall I use? How about this, the gamma function? Oh my god, what is this weird Greek letter looking thing? I don't know, something to do with making numbers really loud it seems. All I really need to know is that what this thing is equal to. And sure enough, it is equal to this unholy blasphemy. What sort of cursed satanic monstrosity is this? It has this freaking infinity symbol up here. Alright, let's make a 1 out of these. Perfect. Let's find some other craziness. How about this E thing? Ah, the Euler's constant. For some reason we are told that E is supposed to be really important, almost like pi. One thing it is equal to is this thing. I don't know, frickin' limits. Oh look, another scary looking infinity symbol. Now, if we keep digging in the Wikipedia article, we find this other crazy thing here. What the heck is this? Another Greek letter with an infinity on top, like a crown or something. Are we joining some college fraternity here? Oh, and look, another one of those really loud ends. Oh, by the way, a little side note. See how there is a 1 over here? That's right, you can just plug one of those cheese equations right there if you want to. You know, if you really want to get your hands dirty. Alright, let's cheese these things together. And here we are. We can now make the ultimate cheese maneuver and slide this right there. Remember, we don't have to flip these, but we could if we really wanted to. And here we go. A dumb but effective way to make the number 1. Good enough on a shoestring budget. Now, to someone who isn't familiar with higher math, this would look quite intimidating. However, if you have been through a calculus semester or 2, chances are this won't pull the wool over your eyes. You would be like, why am I dividing E by E? That's just going to be 1. Which is why I don't just use the cheese maneuver. For the next part, knowing some actual math is the key. So let's hit that G-spot, baby. Let's do some math. To begin, I'll move that limit out here. Much better. This formula for e is super obvious, so let's change it around a little bit and use this version. And then let's swap that positive 1 with this thing. Not bad. Now, when dealing with summations and multiplication, it helps to know that you can slide this inside there. I'm also going to distribute this exponent, so I can move that n up here. Alright, cool. Let's go to the other equation. We can do the same to the gamma. Just slide it in. Now the really cool thing is both the summation and the integral can also be combined. We can, for example, stick the sum inside the integral, and then we can put the terms of the integral inside the summation. Again, so long as these things are being multiplied by one another. The top looks a little barren, so I'll put the gamma there by giving it a little -1. And of course, this -1 can be switched into Euler's identity, the signature cherry on top. The glorious cheese maneuver combined with a little algebraic manipulation, and we created a scary looking equation that results in the number 1. Now you too could make an evil equation of your own and show it off to your friends. Well, if you liked this video, you know what to do. Check out my other stuff and don't forget to share it with your friends. Thank you for watching and hope to see you all in the next one.